Gladiator Body, day 18. Is this the end? Is this the end of the program? Is this the end of the Gladiator Body? Is this the end of Ches? Well, first and foremost, I hope you're having a great day. Looking kind of thick in this shirt now. I was compelled to make this video. If you hear a little something in the background, that's my son. He's just enjoying his day. Now, I was compelled to make this video for you. Gladiator Body Day 18. It's not going to be a workout video. I'm going to speak to you. I had a little epiphany, so to say. I mean, I have a bunch throughout my life. And for you, subscribe to me watching this, understand I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, But in the end, yesterday, before I filmed Gladiator Body Day 17, I was on the phone with a dear friend. We got into a deep conversation. There was a point of the conversation where I told him, this is a quote that, I knew for a long time, but the quote was this: the absence of evil doesn't mean you're good. And, we were talking, the conversation got deep. I was just helping him with some stuff. And, when our conversation was done, I went to go film. I did the 500 jumping jacks. As I was hitting the punching bag, that quote was just like burning into my skull, and it just didn't want to come out. And again, my epiphany, it came into my head while, like I said yesterday, 12 rounds is long. And when you're just banging away for 12 rounds, really just airing your shit out, I mean, mentally, you're going to go through a lot. And as for me, I like to really analyze things. I'm a very deep thinking, spiritual person, so to say. I mean, the only way I was able to get the success that I have on YouTube, whatever social medias, it was through this deep analyzation of self. And I came to find out that, as far as the shadow boxing, the kickboxing, all this fight training stuff, it has to come to an end. So sad to say, but it was just one of those things that, I was really just hitting on the bag and I was getting these feelings. I need you to understand, these feelings have been with me for an extremely long time. As you can see, train hard, be kind. Get you the merch. It's on the link below. But, this whole thing started with, I was 33. I think this was almost just a year ago. I was down, dude, on life. And, I was overweight. I was depressed. I didn't know, the direction of my life. I was trying many things and it just wasn't working out. And, I'll be honest with you, I was in my kid's room. Dude, I was crying for 3 hours. Just everything came down at one time. And I was bawling out, just almost my last plea to God, how do I fix my life? And just so happening, this wasn't the first time I had a revelation, an epiphany, but I was crying. And I looked up, it was blurred because my eyes were just filled with tears. And I saw a figure in front of me, and it looked a little like Bruce Lee, like slim, ripped, but the face was a little blurry. And the face was like a light, it was like a sun. And so it was blurry. When I looked up, the face was just like a sun. Just imagine a light. And I was looking at this figure. Like I said, it looked like Bruce Lee. It had the black pants. It was skinny. It was ripped. But the figure reached out his hand and said, come get a workout with me. And on top of that, it wasn't more so what the figure said. It was the feeling. And it was a feeling of just warmth and just kindness and understanding. But it wasn't a pity party. It understood what I was going through, and it had the answers, and it was showing me let's get this workout and you'll feel better and you'll have some clarity on what you got to do next. I know, this figure said, let's get a workout together. Like I said, the face was like a ball of light. So like when it spoke, it kind of just like illumined, like woo, woo, woo. And like I reached out my hand and it picked me up. And like I said, it was more so the feeling. And it was like the weirdest feeling in the world, right? Then I realized, like, I actually opened my eyes and I still had my head down. And when I looked up, like, I just realized, like, dude, that was in my imagination. But somehow the little voice in my head told me that that figure that I just seen, that's who I need to become. And that's what happened. I just took the process of becoming that thing that I saw that saved me that day. And slowly but surely, like, just intuitively. I was always an intuitive kind of person. I just follow my heart. My heart has led me in crazy places, but this one, like, really led me on a path. It just told me to become this person. I worked out that day, and from that day, like, I started dieting, a carnivore diet, working out. I was doing the fight training, and then it told me to post on TikTok. Open up a TikTok, post on TikTok, and post everything that you would like to see that would help your life. Film it exactly how you would want to film it. So that's what I did. When it comes down to, no matter what any analytics or analyst or guru or any YouTube social media professional will tell me how everything blew up. If you look at my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, YouTube is like 130,000 subscribers. TikTok is like 30,000. Instagram, same thing. Like 30,000, 30, 40,000. Like, there's thousands of people following me. And the content strategy that I followed was create content that would help me and me alone. That person that was in that room crying a year ago, create content that he needs. And that's all I ever did. And same thing, a lot of you guys ask how come I don't do any longer follow-along workouts, because in my life, honestly, follow-along workouts never helped me. Speaking videos like this helped me, and shorter training clips where I kind of just got the workout. I saw a little bit of what the guy was doing, and it was no longer than 20 minutes, and boom, I just went about my day and figured it out on my own. That's why I don't do like really long, I'm not against it. It's just integrity-wise, I'm always about creating things that I actually used and actually helped my life. So that's why I only made like short clips on TikTok, and I just made clips and content. And I spoke in the way that I was speaking to that Chez that was in that room, lost. All right? So, same thing, intuitive. That's how all of these things grew. All of these, the Warrior Body Program, the Gladiator Body, it's all things that I watch over, and I need it. Okay? So that's my whole content strategy. Now I'm at the place where, I was hitting the bag. That quote was in my head. The absence of evil doesn't mean you're good. Now, I was hitting the bag, and like I said, for a while, like, oh, that's where that line came from. Train hard, be kind. I knew, like, you gotta just train your ass off. The only things I knew, like, training hard and really getting a transformation was from fight training, back from my fighting days. So I just implemented all of that, along with my new knowledge of the carnivore diet, this and that. I put it together, and I became that epiphany that I saw, and, all of this just came here. And I knew that day, when that figure reached out to me, that I had to train hard, but I also had to be kind. That's where this line came from. I didn't I'm not trying to say I'm a genius. Like, dude, everything that I say, everything that I do comes from my intuition. I know my intuition is from another place, something that's guiding all of us. And this train hard, be kind, I didn't steal it from anybody. I didn't see it, and like, even if someone takes it, I don't get mad about it, because it's like it was offered to me from something higher that I needed when I was lost. So just that my intuition just said, train hard and be kind. And then along the way, I got my principles: training, service, kindness. I'll get into that a little later. But you know, I was hitting a bag. I had that quote in my head: the absence of evil doesn't mean that you're good. And so I like to compare it to having a gun. Okay. You know, back when I was a teenager, I was a knucklehead. Like, I would, I had weapons. I would carry guns with me. Not the smartest of ideas. So, you know, the example I'm gonna give you, like, I understand it fully, and it's gonna be extreme, but bear with me, okay? Now, just think: if I'm carrying a gun with me, all right, and you know, I'm going about my day, and I get into an altercation with someone just over something minor, okay? And this person is like popping off at me. Da, 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 da. You know, instead of me sitting and trying to analyze the situation and defuse the situation, understand, as creatures, dude, we can think, we can speak, we're evolved species. We don't always have to fight. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to throw hands. I don't have to yell this and that. I can kind of sit there, understand what's going on, and just say sorry as a better man, you know? But understand, like, if I'm having this talk with someone and it's getting heated, this person is mad, you know, instead of me trying to defuse the situation, because I'm carrying a gun, technically, I'm shutting my mouth, okay? And I'm just waiting for the right combinations of words for this man to say in order for me to pull this weapon out so I can shove this gun in his mouth and probably shoot it. Like, that, to me, that's just what it is. Like, you know, if you're carrying a gun and you get into an argument with someone, you're not really going to hear out what they're saying. You're going to be thinking, I have this gun on me. You try anything, you're going to get blasted. You're gonna go meet God, and I'm not sure if, like, that's what you wanted today, but that's where this is going, okay? Understand that. And what you're doing is, as they're talking, you're looking for the signals. You're watching the body language. You're hearing the tone that changes the tone and voice. You're seeing the eyes dilate, like, subconsciously. That's what's going on. When you're carrying this weapon, you're trying to look for all the clues for you to be on the ready to pull this and send him to his maker. And for me, okay, that's how I was. So a long time ago, like, I got rid of, you know, everything. I don't carry guns with me. I don't have guns in the house. I've lived that way for like a long time already, okay? I don't have anything against guns. It's just for me. That's how I analyze things, okay? Now, same thing, you know, as I'm living my life, creating these YouTube videos, of course, I get into arguments. I wouldn't say arguments, but things pop up and I'm in the vicinity, okay? And now, me, just done with all of my fight training, filming the Warrior Body Program, Gladiator, whatever, training, shadowboxing, hitting the heavy bag, doing the push-ups, pulsing squats, whatever. You know, I'm fresh and I'm ready to go. Now, I'm in the vicinity of a situation happening. You know, people are arguing, whatever. And same thing. Because I have this fighting skill in my back pocket, I do not approach the situation, to me, as a great man should. I'm just sitting in the cut, just waiting, reading the cues, and just being on the ready to just drop the hammer. And for me, you know, this was something that plagued me for so long. You know, I've met a lot of you from my TikTok. You know, you guys come up to me, and I still have that shock. Like, I'm not used to the exposure. So when people come up to me, like, just random stranger, oh, I watch your TikTok, I'm still like on the ready. Like, oh, this guy's approaching really quickly. Yeah, and you know, I'm with my girlfriend, with my kids. Like, I don't know who this guy is. And of course, like, I'm gonna attract guys that look like me. So when guys who are like tatted up, like kind of muscular, and they're like coming up close, like really fast, like in a hurry, it's my senses are going off, and it's like, and when they confront me, hey dude, I watch your YouTube, this and that, like, it takes a while for me to calm that turbulence down, and it flaws my interactions. You know, ever since I was a kid, my father was a great man, you know, but he's old school. He's an old school dude. You know, when there's confrontations, he makes sure everybody stand back. Okay, who has the problem? You and you? Okay, you guys are gonna duke it out. But at the same time, as much as, old school type of mentality he had, of course, he also knew how to talk things out because he was a man. And for me, always as a kid, I always wanted to be a great man, a great respected man. And ever since I was a kid, I was blessed to have great men in my life that, even though situations would go down, I witnessed a lot as a kid, and as a teenager, I've seen men go in the hardest, in jails, in prisons, and like, just things are going down, but these great men could just talk and defuse the situation, and everyone involved left the situation better. And for me, okay, just having this fight training, having this fight mentality behind me, I can't express that. Because, when a situation comes up, of course, like, I'm on the ready. Like, you may think I'm listening to you, trying to hear you out, but I'm just slowly analyzing you, sizing you up. Like, where am I going to hit you here? Your feet are not even in great position. Like, you're so off balance right now. You say the wrong thing, I'm clocking you right between the eyes. I'm violent. And it burns at me. I don't want to be that way. And for you as well, I don't want to teach that to you. As a man, like I said, a man is responsible. I know many things to enhance your life in so many ways, spiritually, mentally, physically. And this is something that I held on to, a part of my identity. This whole YouTube, everything, like the muscles, the abs, it's all built on fight training. It's a part of my identity. And for me to let it go on to this new venture that my intuition, my heart is calling me to, it's scary, but I'm a man. It is what it is. I appreciate you. If after this you don't want to follow me, I honor you, and I respect whatever opinions you're gonna have about me, but understand, the time that we have spent together on this YouTube, I appreciate it. But as far as the violence, I always understood when you're in the presence of a great man, no matter what the situation may be, when you're in the presence of a great man, when he leaves, whether he's done speaking or he leaves, you feel energized. You feel hope. You feel strength. You feel love. You feel, excited to go on about your life and your day. When you're in the presence of a not so great man, a violent man, an angry man, a resentful man who's just trying to take from you, when he leaves your presence, when he's done talking, you feel down on your life. You feel much more worthless. Like you start questioning your existence. And like I said, throughout my life, I was blessed, dude. I was blessed by God to have great men like this in my life that, when I was down and out, they came to me and they spoke words of strength. They were kind. They weren't too kind. They knew what I needed. They knew I needed some tough love, but they were compassionate about it. And a lot of these great men, they didn't have to use violence. They didn't have to yell, but their strength, their presence, they were strong guys who were capable of I had so many great men in my life. And the last thing they used to inspire me was violence. And as my responsibility, I don't want to build that within you. It's, as you get older, you're gonna want to crave a lot of peace. And there is no peace of mind when you're constantly, I have no aims of getting into the ring or getting into the cage, fighting, or getting paid for fighting. I'm not saying fighting is bad. If that's your dream, there's other YouTubers, other people out there who can guide you. But as for me, I didn't have any means of getting into the cage, getting into the ring. And I used my knowledge of fight training to just get me out of a slump. And it built all of this. I've created all of this, train hard, be kind, all of these videos, all of this positivity, and it served its purpose. Now for me to be the grander, great man that, I aspire to be, that my heart is calling me to, there's a point where I gotta support life. I'm not trying to be like, I don't know what all these sayings, like life begets life, dude. And I understand there's more to life than just fighting. I've had so much experiences in my life from, I told you guys, I've done a lot of labor work from finished carpentry. I worked on ships. I maintained tugboats, tugboats. What are those called? Fuel barges and some ships. I got to work on some ships, but we did a lot of maintenance. I was a labor guy, like really hard, dirty labor guy, fire watch. I helped out fitters. I was a welder, a helper that helped the welders, I helped out fitters. I did a lot of drywall. I painted houses. I actually worked in some landscaping, like full on, like the guy I worked under designed the backyard. We laid out the grass, the mulch, rocks, sprinklers, like everything. I've done so much in my life. And a lot of my strength, this positivity came from working with other men. And you got to understand, as a fighter, like I had to make money. I had to work. And a lot of my strength, my experiences, my ability to connect the dots and just be able to communicate positively was through working with other people. And my main thing, my bread and butter was warehouse. I'm actually out of high school. I actually worked with a warehouse. I worked with 2 warehouses for a good amount of time. Like warehouse is my thing. Unloading containers, loading containers, the logistics of moving the containers to whatever bays, where it's getting shipped to, what time it needs to go out, pulling the orders. I was like a puller, then I was a receiver. I was like unloading, loading containers. Then I was doing all the backfill stuff. I know how to operate a forklift, stand-up lift, those pallet riders, the double pallet rider, single pallet rider. Like that's my thing, dude. I was a puller, receiver, backfiller. I would take off product from the top shelf, fill it into the bin so the pullers could have more product. I would use the stand-up lift and like this forget what the gun is called, but it's like a tagging gun where you kind of like in the system you put this product is in this aisle, this product is in this aisle, and I just go about with the stand-up lift, take it down, boop, 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 and I load the container. I can load the container with the stand-up lift, whatever, dude. That was my thing. And I came to understand that no matter what, you gotta earn some money. So if you're a construction worker, dude, like my hat is off to you. If you're a plumber, my hat's off. Thank you for your service, dude. You work on ships, thank you for your service. If you're a cashier at McDonald's, thank you for your service. Understand that we need these people. Who is gonna till the ground, scale the foundation? Who's gonna pour the concrete? Who's gonna build these houses that are reliable for families to be in, to call it a home, and probably eventually pass that home on to their kids 30, 40, 50 years later? Like, we need reliable people for that type of stuff. Life is more than just doing someone in. Like, we got beaches, we got pools, we got water parks. We need very good and competent lifeguards. Like I said, like houses need building. Without plumbers, I saw this clip, without plumbing, America would just be a third world country. You don't understand how crucial plumbing is to our lives, to live a good life, dude. Like, there's things that we need to operate as a society. And just as good human beings to have a good day-to-day life, to be able to just experience this life, And like I said, I'm not trying to put down fighting, but for me, my heart is just calling me. Like I said, I've always had this vision of being a great man, and a great man always enhances life. He doesn't just protect it. He doesn't just serve it. He enhances life. And for me to enhance life, there's things I gotta let go. I believe in higher things. If somebody does want to do me in, you got to do what you got to do. And I understand, like, they're going to have to answer to someone else bigger than them. And when they do, it's, you know, this internal riff of just violence and always, like, got to be on the ready and just shelling yourself into, you know. One guy on Instagram, he's making reels. And he's following the Gladiator Body program. And, you know, I see the hunger. I see the determination. But it's a lot of darkness. I don't put down isolation. You gotta isolate as a man. As a man, it's good to be separated from everything. Because that was the only times I knew how to strengthen myself. And I knew myself. And I knew how to save myself. You know, but when you use the isolation to build yourself in a way that when you come out of this isolation, like, you have all this power to hurt people, it's almost backwards. You go and you hide and you go to the mountains, you go to your cave to get stronger, to come back and enhance the lives of everyone around you. And just so happening, yes, you know, all of these videos has done that for you, but there is more than just this fight training to me. And my heart is calling me to give you that, to put the fight training to the wayside. Of course, it's still going to be train hard, be kind, but I'm going to strengthen you for other things. Like I said, I had so much experience in the labor work, and if my workouts can help you be a better construction worker, then so be it. Like I said, like, you know, houses, I live in a house, you know, like, or a townhouse, like, I would love to pass this on and have it last, you know what I mean? And that's, if I can encourage that. And take your focus off the violence and put it on building and shaping this new man for this world that we live in, then that I couldn't be any happier. You know, like I said, my heart is just calling me to this. And, you know, I had many examples of great men in my life that were able to diffuse things by just actually having a heart that cares for everyone within the situation. Yes, there's going to be some times where things may not go out the way that they're supposed to or as you planned it, but a great man will always find another way. And he will always keep everyone's best interests at mind, and at the same time, he will always keep his own best interests. He will always take care of himself because he has respect for himself. And because he has respect for himself, it's easy for him not to get offended. It's easy for him to just love everyone and just shoot the best route for everyone. And for me, this is what I want to be for you. So a lot of you guys, and I think that's one thing too, like in my messages, my DMs, like, you guys don't really give me too much boxing or like fight training questions. A lot of it is like spirituality and like how to get out of it, depression, this and that. And, you know, there's a side of me that understands how to get out of these things. And, you know, when you train yourself in violence and you're trying to overcome negative emotions and you try to trump it with violence and anger and just like, it doesn't work out. It doesn't. You know, you're going to kind of be in this cycle. Yes, for some guys it does. I'm not saying that fighting sometimes is necessary, okay? But that's not the point. In the end, on my journey, this is what I'm being called to, okay? A lot of you, like I said, I got to honor your life and honor where you're at. And you got to honor that as well. But if you want to keep following me, I'm excited for everything that I'm about to give you. Because in the end, you know, like I said, because I always had this in the back of my mind, this fight training, it left me shelled in a little. I wasn't able to fully like help someone. You know, I give the best, the all of me. Because at the same time, I always had that thing like, what if this does go sideways? And that thought leads to another thought of, if it does go sideways, I'm a catch dude. And I know he watches my YouTube, like he knows what he's in store for. But because he knows what he's in store for, I gotta approach him this way. I gotta be more sly about it. And you see what I mean? Like, just because I have this violence in my back pocket, it's like that little anchor that holds me back from projecting the fullest weight of my love, my positivity, dude. And you know, a lot of you guys subscribe to me because you guys like the positivity that I have, and in order for me to fully unleash it and for you to fully feel the weight of it, there's just some things I gotta let go, you know. And this is a long video because, you know, this is a part of me. I've done it once before, and like my life was extremely good, and I don't know what happened. I just lost it, you know. Of course, like society, everything is competitive, so once your head frame gets back in that space and, you know, you start eating, you start neglecting yourself, to dig myself out of that hole, I had to become that figure I saw, that Bruce Lee-like character. And now that he's here, now is the second step. And, you know, I'm not saying like this workout stuff is going to end. No, it's just going to be enhanced. It's just going to be for different things. So it's not the end for today. Gladiator Body, as I start switching around the routine, you know, I owned a fitness gym before. I trained many people, and like I didn't use any shadow boxing, nothing. Like, and they got really fit and really like muscular, functional fitness, and they didn't throw one punch or one kick at all. Okay, so I have so much things that I want to share with you guys, and you know, with the Gladiator Body was a mix of it, but it still had that blend of that. You know, and like I said, I just want to be that great man that I envision and that, you know, my heart is calling me towards. You know, I just want to give you life, and I want you to be proud of what you're doing. Like I said, you know, if you're a construction worker, plumber, dude, you flip burgers at McDonald's, understand that you're serving people and you're giving life in service. People need houses, people need good plumbing, people need food. And, you know, even though McDonald's is not the greatest, hey, you being a cashier at McDonald's, you never know. You probably need to be there right now so you can see the ins and outs of how a fast food restaurant operates. And later down the line, maybe 5 years from now, you're going to open your own fast food establishment that serves healthy, wholesome foods that help to make people stronger, healthier, much more clarity of mind. You never know. But understand, like, you're serving people. Honor it, dude. Be the best construction worker, plumber, electrician. If you own a fitness gym, you're a coach. Honor that. You're helping people, you know? And I gotta just run with my beliefs. I always believed in the golden rule. Just treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't want to always have to talk to people, them knowing that if they rub me the wrong way, like, there's a chance that I could punch them in the face. No, I you know, let's work out. Let's build some nice, good, functional muscle. Let's eat some good food, hang out. Let's talk about building a better future for our kids. You know, that's all I want. I like, if you need to know, I don't watch any. I haven't watched the last actual pay-per-view that I actually bought was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Everything else, I just watch the highlights on like Instagram or something. I don't follow fighting. I haven't been following fighting. Like I said, like, this fight training was for me to dig myself out of a hole. Now that I'm here, I just want to just be this greater man that my heart is calling me to be. And you know, I'm excited to be training and giving you guys this new knowledge with this new background of everything. Like I said, I'm a blue collar worker, like, to the bone. My dad, he works for the state, old school guy, blue collar work ethic, wakes up every day 3 o'clock in the morning, goes to work, comes home like 3-4 o'clock, does his thing, does it all over again. He's been doing it for like 30 something years. My mother, same thing, you know. And you guys make the world go round, you know. And I want to enhance that, and I want you to know that thank you for what you do. You're a very great part of this world, and at the same time, I just want to be able to give the best of me that I can kind of envision right now on this journey as a martial artist, just as a man in general. Enhances life. That's all he does. And like that whole thing I said with you being a cashier at McDonald's, like, I wouldn't be able to see that route for you. Like, you gotta just know the ins and outs of like a fast chain restaurant so you can go build your own and serve healthy food. I wouldn't have seen that route if I was too busy thinking about violence, you know. And just seeing that route right there, you being in a fast food chain restaurant as a cashier, then you seeing everything, how it's ran, then you going on creating your own fast food, but healthy foods that actually helps people's lives. That's from this greater man within me. Just seeing the routes of how my strength, my positivity, my fitness, and my ability to just see how things move and operate to enhance life. Great men always enhance life. They never destroy it. And always, always, when you're in the presence of other men, just pay attention to how you feel. If you walk away and you don't feel inspired, invigorated to go on about your day and do great things, 9 times out of 10, that group of people or that man that you were with was trying to draw something from you. And they were either trying to put you down. Even if someone is tough on you, you will know it. Dude, my dad whooped my ass so many times because I was a knucklehead. But every time, like, it was done and I left his presence or he left, I knew, like, I had a sense of, like, I just got to be better. And, you know, now being this age, you know, I'm appreciative of how my dad raised me. Like I said, he's an old school guy. I love him with all of my heart. And this is just a phase now that me being responsible and knowing what I know, this is what I got to give you. I want you to be that great man that, you know, when people see you, they smile. And when they talk about you, they're like, yeah, he helped me in so many ways. He helped me with this. He helped me get strong. He helped me with my relationships. My life is so much better because of this man, this individual. You know, I want to give that to you. A lot of you guys say I do that for you. You know, like, I can only read the messages. And, you know, I want to continue on this journey, this path. And, you know, as far as the fight training, of course, it's still going to be train hard, be kind. Still going to do savage stuff, but it's going to be in the way of enhancing life. I got to enhance you so that you can go out and enhance others. Like always gets like. Understand that. What you put out is what you're going to get. And I don't want you to have that anchor of, if this goes sideways, I can just do his face in with this. No. Walk away. Be the better man, or you got a brain. Figure out a way where, like, you can enhance it regardless. All right? And that's for today. Oh, like I said, you know, if you're following this, one thing that really helped me, there was one time my heart got broken, dude. Like, I was so heartbroken for like months. And at the time, me being a fitness trainer, a personal trainer, like, I'm a physical guy. So I was like, I knew at one point, you know, during this heartbreak that it was my mind. I need to, like, get my mind off of this, okay? So at this time, dude, this is where all the bodyweight training, I told you guys, you know, I've done like thousands of push-ups. When I had my heartbreak, that's all I was doing. I didn't do fight training. I was just doing pull-ups, push-ups, bodyweight squats. Dude, I would finish work like 3, 4 o'clock, do what I had to do with my kids, and then I would have like free time from like 5 till like the next day. 5 o'clock, I would start doing my push-ups, pull-ups. I'd be at the park, push-ups, pull-ups, bodyweight squats, push-ups, pull-ups, just airing it out, dude. And then at 9 p.m., I knew, like, because I'm a physical bro guy, bro science, I was like, in order for me to move forward, for my mind to move forward, I literally got to move forward physically. Just put one foot in front of the other. So from like 9 p.m., like I said, from like 5 o'clock till like 9 p.m., push-ups, pull-ups. I would be at the park, push-ups, pull-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, just buffing it out, just getting all nuts. 9 p.m., I would stop it, I'd put some headphones on, and I would just walk, dude. From like 9 p.m. till like 1 to 2 p.m. Oh, not 2 p.m., 2 a.m. 2 in the morning. From 9 till like 2. I did that for like 3 months straight, dude. Okay, my son. And like that, the first month of just doing that, it just helped my mind. It really helped it. And, you know, because it really helped me, I just continued it for like 3 months. And my mind, like, it went from being heartbroken to getting over it, then to totally transforming me in a whole different light, dude. So for today, you know, Gladiator Body, day 18. If you got boots, put some boots on. Or if not, put some shoes on, and go walking for at least 4 hours. Just go walk, dude. Go outside. Don't go walk on a treadmill. Go outside of your house. I don't care what neighborhood you live in. Just go walk. And like, nothing's gonna happen, okay? Trust me. Trust me. I'm getting feedback from the higher ups up there. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen to you, okay? Go outside and just walk. And just walk for 4 hours, okay? Set a timer, 4 hours, just walk. If you gotta put on music, do your best to listen to good music. And 4 hours, listen to music, take it off, do what you gotta do, like observe some things here and there. Try not to stop too much, but just walk for 4 hours, okay? And like I said, you need the isolation. This is where great men are built. And you putting one foot in front of the other, walking, being with your thoughts, being with your heart, you need this time. A lot of you guys may say, like, I don't have 4 hours, dude. Cut out whatever you were gonna do today and walk for 4 hours. Like I said, from 9 till like 2 a.m. I would have to work. I would have to get ready for work the next day at like 4:30. And I would have to be at work at 5 a.m. So like, but like I was heartbroken. Like I couldn't sleep. So like I could walk from 9 till 2 a.m. I would just walk, dude. And it, you know, and just so happily later on down the line, I was Googling just like transformation stuff, and I came across that philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, or please forgive me if I got his name wrong, but the way he transformed his mind, his body, his physical health, his emotional, mental, spiritual state was he walked for hours. I was like, oh damn, dude, like perfect, you know. Like I said, there's this great spirit that talks to all of us, that's trying to lead us. And a lot of times, if you just trust it, you don't have any fear, it's going to lead you down great paths. And somehow, something told me to just go walking. One day, I just started at 9 o'clock. I went walking, and like, it just told me to just keep going. I wasn't tired. Next thing you know, like, it was 12 a.m. I was like, holy moly. And I just kept walking. And like, that was my routine. Like, just work out from like 5 till 9 o'clock. From 9 till like 1, 2 in the morning, just go walking. I would go walk I would actually not do it in my neighborhood. I went to a nicer neighborhood. And like, you know, there's like rich people, they walk around it. Like these rich people have crazy habits. You'd be surprised. And they would be walking around like 2 o'clock in the morning. So walking for 4 hours today, that's going to be your workout. Just do your best to stay focused on it. Walk, just let the thoughts come. And be with yourself. Finally, just walk. You don't think about anything rigorous. Don't try to like make it harder than what it needs to be. And really use these 4 hours of just calm walking to connect back to yourself. A lot of you guys need this. You guys do, okay? So today, I'm going to send you on that. That's going to be your workout for today. If I don't drop another video, I'm probably going to write a post for like what's going to happen with the program. Maybe I'll just rename it the Great Man Program. A great man, so you can be effective. You know how to fix cars, construction, plumbing, you know, like, dude, there's so much things that I know that I can teach you. It's crazy, you know. But, you know, this is what my heart is calling towards. See, you know, my son, you know, just to enhance life, to be a better man, and not always have violence as the first or the backup plan. Just to have come forth with love, upbringing, and reinforcement, bonding, you know, that's just what it is. Gladiator Body, day 18. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching if you watched that all the way through. And until next time, train hard and be kind. Let's go.